So disingenuous. You know what I'm talking about, fellas. That was so of Bloomberg. Look, he's a lightweight. He's a lightweight. You're going to find that out.
Joining me now is Independent Women's Forum, Patrice Lee Onwuka. Great to see you, Patrice. Your reaction to this story?
Oh, man, Bloomberg is in hot water right now, and this is exactly 3 weeks before Super Tuesday, when he was actually hoping for a very good showing, particularly in states that have very large black populations. So it's not surprising that now he's going to try and defend himself against comments that he made, you know, and as the president rightly acknowledged, has held to for quite a long time around policing and stop and frisk. And it's going to be hard for him to defend against the criticism against him right now.
Black or Latino men here in New York City, you know, fear being stopped by police wherever they walk. That's been a criticism of this policy. We understand the enforcement aspect of it, but there's a fallout to it, too, and it's been ruled unconstitutional by a federal judge. We get the debate here. I want to get to this. This policy did predated Bloomberg's term as mayor of New York, but to your point, and it's right, we tracked it. It looks like he started to apologize for this for the first time in the fall of last year. Prior to that, going back to 2012, he was defending it. Your reaction?
Oh, as close as 2015, we have him on record as defending it. And let's not forget, Liz, yes, the stop and frisk policy was challenged in the courts, and he, when he was still mayor at the time, lodged an appeal saying that, you know, no, this is actually a policy we want to continue. So, you know, you have to wonder when he says, oh, you know, my heart, towards the end of my tenure, we started to reduce the number of stop and frisk arrests, et cetera. You know, you have to wonder who is the right Michael Bloomberg? Where does he really stand on this policy? But to the larger issue, you know, I mean, I think it's a big question about how do you deal with crime, you know, and as a leader of a major metropolitan city, you know, what was his decision-making process, and how does he treat all people? And particularly when you're running for the Democratic nomination, they're going to hold you accountable to how you dealt with black people.
You know, I didn't mean to try to interrupt. We're running out of time. I want your reaction to the president's having, in the past, supported nationwide stop and frisk in cities like Chicago.
Well, I think it's interesting because I think the president saw that maybe there was merit to the idea of stop and frisk, and potentially that it reduced some homicides and some crime. But I think at the same time, he's beginning to recognize the impact that it has had on the black community. I mean, the president has certainly been doing quite a lot when we look at criminal justice reform in the broader sense. And so, you know, I think maybe some of the same criticisms might be brought up against President Trump. But boy, oh boy, it's much harder against Michael Bloomberg.
Yeah, great to see you, Patrice Lee Onwuka.
Good to see you, too.
Love your perspective and insights. Come back soon.
Thanks.